edition of World AIDS Day. Sisi, it's back to you. All right, it looks like Zimkhita is not yet ready for us, but as I said, the Eastern Cape province, of course, hosting this year's commemoration day for World AIDS Day. So World AIDS Day, in fact, is one of the 8 official global health, public health initiatives that are there. And in 2017, which is this year, according to the estimates, AIDS killed between 28.9 million people to 41.5. This is, of course, worldwide. But taking it back here home, there are also estimates that show that there are about 5,000 new infections that of HIV, of course, that happens in South Africa every week. And I think the most worrying part of these numbers is that it affects young women between the ages of 14 and 25, with about 270,000 new infections. Listen to this, 270,000 new infections of HIV that happens every week here in South Africa. We had the Minister of Health, Aaron Motsoaledi, yesterday on Morning Live, was basically saying that the situation is, entirely out of hand, of course, as you can look at the numbers. But of course, there are also programs that are aimed at ensuring that the scourge of HIV and AIDS, of course, is fought here in South Africa. We are going to go back to the Eastern Cape. In fact, I'm told everything is up and running now. Our reporter Zimkhita Manqinana is ready for us. Sisi, it's back to you.
Hi, Palesa. We're still here at Bumbane, great place. Like I said earlier on, that much focus this morning is on involving traditional leaders so that they can put to the table what is it that they want government to assist them so that the scourge of HIV and AIDS can be reduced in rural communities as well. We are now going to speak to the acting king of Abatembo, Prince Azenathi Dalindyebo. A very good morning and a warm welcome to Morning Live this morning. Just tell us, acting king, what is it that you want to achieve as the rural society in terms of HIV and AIDS prevalence?
Firstly, let me take this opportunity and greet the whole of South Africa. We are gathered here today to welcome, to encourage our virgin girls through the program of Intiyo. These girls are virgins. We as traditional leaders have a duty to make sure that they maintain their virginity. Hence, I've just gave them a cow now to encourage them. If you are a virgin, there are very slight opportunities of you to contact the disease. So that is our program here in the rural villages. But the program is not enough. We also need academic programs because we as the traditional leaders suffer. We have to bury these people when they have died because they are not aware of this pandemic. So we call on the government to please equip the royal palaces with some sort of academic program so that our people are aware as the people of the urban areas are aware.
Could those academic interventions include voluntary testing centers, access to treatment in traditional palaces? What is it exactly that you want to be included in that academic program?
Firstly, we need knowledge. They need to be educated about the disease itself. Secondly, the things that you have mentioned are critical and important. They do need testing frequently so that they maintain their statuses. Those that don't know their status, they are able to know. We need clinics in the rural villages because our people travel distances and the grant money is not enough.
Okay, thank you very much. That was the acting king of Abatembo, Prince Azenathi Dalindyebo. But now we're going to speak to the MEC of Health in this province, who's going to tell us what it is. Like you've heard, Dr. Janje, that King is saying that they want clinics that are closer to rural communities so that we avoid people walking long distances. But what I think is important for us to also talk about is the LGBTI group that says access to condoms that are suitable for their sexual needs is not something that is there for everyone. What is the intervention that you're having as the provincial government?
Thank you for having us, Zim. Good morning to the viewers. Indeed, we have had dialogues with the LGBTI sector, and we are taking seriously their challenges. But we have made partnerships with NGOs that are giving the condoms that the LGBTI is complaining about. As the government, we have not gone as far as having finger condoms and other condoms that the LGBTI sector needs. But we continue having dialogues, like a dialogue we had yesterday with sex workers. We do have dialogues with them. They do come with their plans. But you remember that there's a national strategic plan, and the province as well has got a national provincial strategic plan, which is aligned to the national one. Hence, you see us today having this partnership with the leadership, traditional leadership, which is goal 6 of the plan. We are hoping that this prevention revolution that we talk about is the revolution that is going to be taken forward by us together with the kings, the traditional leadership, and everyone else. Because if we work in silos, we'll never defeat this pandemic.
Okay, MEC Jantyi, a lot of times when we talk HIV and we talk prevention, a lot of people think about sexual interaction. Let's just remind our viewers, which other ways can we contract this virus?
The highest contraction definitely is in the sexual intercourse, but you can contract the virus if you have a wound and you are touching blood of somebody who has got HIV. But the one we are preaching mostly is the one that says abstain, use condoms. When you are taking care of somebody, we do teach, when you are taking care of somebody who's HIV positive, we do teach the people about the measures for prevention.
Okay. Let's now talk about ARV treatment that is there. We know in the past that you had to reach a certain amount of your CD4 count for you to get access to treatment. But now if you test positive, you get treatment. Talk us through that program.
The program started in earnest, the test and treat last September, and it is doing quite well. But we still need to talk to our people that they must take testing seriously, because if you do not know your status, you cannot treat. And if you do not treat, you will end up getting all the opportunistic infections. Moreover, we want to talk to the young ones, because we've got a high prevalence of between the 14 years of 14 and 24. And that tells us that these girls sleep with people who are older than themselves. And these people may not know that they have contracted HIV. But if you use a condom, you are better off, you will not get infected.
How important is taking your ARVs if you are HIV positive?
It's very, very important. When you are lost to treatment, you are getting more infectious and you may die quicker. Yet when you are taking your treatment, you will live a longer life.
Thank you very much for your time. That was the MEC of Health, the Health Department here in the Eastern Cape, Dr. Jantyi. Well, Palesa, we are still going to talk to a lot of people who are trying to preach the gospel, especially prevention methods and taking your ARVs if you have tested positive to HIV/AIDS. Later during the day, we are going to move from here to Walter Sisulu University Stadium, where the Deputy President of the country, who's also the chairperson of the South African AIDS Council, is going to address South Africans today and the message of support. And today, the main thing about today is remembering those who are affected by the virus and also those who have passed on due to this pandemic. It's now back to you in Johannesburg.